Midleton Arts Festival and the opening exhibition, which I think we can all agree is amazing. So well done to all the artists. Do lots of cheering and the people outside will think, "Woo! Yeah!" That'll get them in. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay, hello John, how are you? Yeah, there's the guy with all the money. He's going to buy loads of paintings. Excellent. They're the people we like here. Okay, so I have the great pleasure of introducing Cristín Leach, who's going to open the festival officially for us. So, Cristín Leach is an art critic, writer, and award-winning broadcaster. Her memoir, Negative Space, was a critically acclaimed bestseller for Merriam Press in 2022. Her art criticism has appeared in the Sunday Times since 2003. Her writing has been published in winter papers and broadcast on RTE Radio 1. She also writes for Irish Arts Review and makes radio series for RTE Lyric FM. Her second book, From 10 Till Dusk, will be published to mark 200 years of the Royal Hibernian Academy in September 2023. And she lives in Cork. Yeah! So please put your hands together for Cristín Leach.
Thanks, Alice. I feel like I should do some sort of extravagant performance after that. And the big cheers. It's amazing to see such a crowd of people here. It's fantastic. It's great to see this exhibition open and hung this evening. Thanks for being here, and thanks to curator Danny McCarthy for asking me to open the show. It's great to see all the work here, as I said. I wanted to talk to you a little bit this evening about soul. There's been a lot of chat about AI recently, artificial intelligence, and ChatGPT, and students using it to write their essays. And I can tell you that writers are worried because there's all this conversation about how, computers can write for you now. And artists are asking and answering those questions too. And today there was a lot of conversation about it on social media, I noticed. And I follow an artist on social media who makes art using artificial intelligence as a tool. But the word that he uses is machines. So he says he uses machines to make art. And his work is really interesting. He shared a video today of an interview with the musician and artist Björk. So you've probably heard of Björk. In which she said, "People tell me that electronic music has not got soul, and they blame the computers." But she says, you can't blame the computer. If there's not soul in the music, it's because nobody put it there. It's not the tool's fault. So that was Björk talking on the South Bank Show documentary series in 1997 about whether computers could make art. The point is that the conversation about art and technology isn't actually new. 1997 was the year that I really became a journalist because it's the year that I moved to Dublin to do my master's in journalism, and there was no social media and no Google and no AI in 1997. The internet was in its infancy, and that was only 25 years ago. So what I've learned as an art critic in those 25 years is that one thing I'm looking for when I look at a work of art is soul. And I've tried to define it further as something to do with human connection, but one of the ideas that I like best is that it's to do with an integrity of gesture. And as we know, machines can't have integrity, and they have no ethics unless we teach them. Their ethics lie only in how we use them. And machines also don't have soul, as Björk noted. So the work in this exhibition, curated by Danny for the Midleton Arts Festival, does have soul. It's made by the artists Basil Al-Rawi, Belinda Walsh and Gary Mac Sweeney, brought together under the title Variables 3. So Belinda works with plants, which also have more soul than machines. And in particular, you can see in her work honesty and fennel. Her garden plants are the subjects of her paintings, and she speaks about how you have to give yourself up to the process. And the painting is born from a near subconscious state, which blends conscious reality with unconscious inner visions. There's movement and stillness in her work, and a sense of openness to exploration. Basil works with photography and moving images, and yes, digital simulation. His work uses these tools to explore memory, identity and politics, and the ways in which archival material can be manipulated and transformed into something else. And that's something that he refers to as expanded photographic moments. So that's the photographic work you can see here in the film behind me. I love this phrase, expanded photographic moments, and the possibilities that are inherent in it. And he has used virtual reality tools as well and digital crowdsourcing to reconstruct memory via photography as he worked with the Iraqi diaspora. And he's making more work in this space as well. And I think it shows that sometimes digital tools really can connect us to each other, and maybe to our souls. Gary is a painter too, from Midleton, and his portraits take the sources of his inspiration on a journey through abstraction, yes, but also from paint to print and back again. And there's a phrase that also emerges from looking at Gary's work, and it's perhaps inspired by Basil's language, and it's the idea of extended painting. And that's the idea, and I like this idea, that no image is ever final or fixed, even if the artist thinks it is. It's going to change with context and with audience and over time. So Gary says it's just paint, and if you don't like it, paint over it. And he also says he realised that even if he paints over an unwanted image, he's still left with knowing that there was something there before, the marks of the rejected, or a texture or a scab of the abandoned that was once definite. So that leaves us all with this curiosity, he says, about the complex past of the original intention of the work and its future. And I suppose in ways here I'm talking about the future as we are standing here all in the now. And it seems like art and artists are facing an equal amount of challenge and opportunity right now as technology shifts once again. And again, none of this is really new. In the end, all we have to remember is that the tools didn't make the work and the artists did. And humans make art for other humans. And aren't we all lucky to be humans standing here in person, in company with this art, especially after the number of years we had where we were separated and a lot of us had to look at art on screens instead of together in a room. Most of the work here is for sale, so make sure you have a look. Danny also has a sound and film installation in a room further back there. You have to follow the signs to find it, and it explores the river. It's wonderful to see local artists showing locally and to see so many people turning up to see the work and engage with it. As Alice kindly said, there were copies of my book over there, and tonight is the 1-year anniversary of the night I launched that book in Dubray in Cork on Patrick Street. So the book is 1 year old today, so I'm really happy to be here with all of you this evening. Just finally, I want to say really good luck to the 3 artists and to the festival, and thanks again to Danny and to Alice for introducing me, and I hope you all enjoy the show.